Hey, what's up guys, Exclusive 4 here. Today we're back with some more Star Wars Battlefront 2. So this time Anakin has just been released with the update. It did it late last night for me, so I wasn't able to play it and then had other things. But he is now fully released and it's been impossible to find him in any multiplayer one because he is just immediately picked. So we are going to be testing some of his abilities now in just the arcade on Onslaught. And yeah, so he seems pretty good from what I've seen. I did play a heap of heroes and villains trying to get anything with him actually available as the character to pick, but he just gets picked so fast. But he seems to be really OP, especially against other heroes. I'm not 100% sure about like infantry units and stuff like that, so I gave us plenty of time to actually do it because these stupid droids love to space themselves around. But hopefully he seems pretty good. He has the same kind of movement thing that all the other Jedi characters do. So his ability, we've got a force push, or well, an all-around push, kind of like Luke's. And then he's got a heavy strike that breaks through block, which has got to be way overpowered for like heroes villain stuff. And because with the newest update they also did a couple of patches to the Jedi and everything, because before you could sit there block and then as soon as they stopped shooting you could just immediately go out, but now it's actually based on your stamina, so you can't keep spamming hit if your stamina bar is empty, which is really good, but it also makes heroes and villains a lot harder. And then he's got one that pulls them all back, but unfortunately it kills all these ones because they're so low. Boom. Oh, I got 4 of it at once. So then we got hit. Oh, okay, I reflected them all. His heavy strike. So I had it on like fast ability regen, everything like that, just so we could get kind of an idea of what he's like. Because he seems pretty good so far, really. Pretty normal, I guess, for a hero. And I'm probably going to die because there's a lot of troops around. Heroes are not great in huge confined spaces. And I put the reinforcements on really high, which I think now was a bad choice. And this one, he has retribution, so he takes 90% less damage in any enemies inside the zone. Any damage he would have taken is transferred to enemies around him, so probably the 400 or 500 damage that he would have taken just then gets mitigated around to all the enemies around him. Each one takes that. Like, I was playing as Count Dooku before, and as you guys know, he is OP as hell. If you haven't seen the video that I did on him, it'll be up the top now. And he was crazy overpowered against any lightsaber wielders and stuff, but Anakin tears through him. So to be able to take down the like main lightsaber wield, because he uses the lightsaber form Makashi, which is just any lightsaber combat, he's just an absolute beast. And with his duelists and everything, he's just crazy overpowered. But Anakin just tears through his defense. It seems to be really hard to actually block his attacks. He just doesn't seem to worry about anyone blocking. He just hits straight through it. And he's got more health, as like Darth Vader does as well, so I guess he counts as kind of the Jedi tanky character. Not in this, I've doubled his health just so we can get kind of an idea of his ability. So we've got the powerful slam, that hits through defense, and through any blocking by any other Jedi, anything like that. So that pulls everyone into the center, so basically it's a force pull, same as Kylo's. I actually did not mean to do that, but that works anyway. I think it's actually that one that mitigates the damage around the heroic one, not the retribution. Retribution just deals constant damage, depending on how many things you've got on it. I think it was. I'm not 100% sure. We'll go through the cards after this, But look at this. So he just basically comps the damage and then ready and then doof. Just basically launches a wave of force and kills everyone in the vicinity. That can one-tap heroes. He was doing it before and we were all hitting him, and then he just went boom and one-tap 4 heroes. Like, in Heroes and Villains, like, a hero that can one-tap 4 heroes at the same time, as long as they're hitting them, like, it is as long as you're hitting him. If you don't hit him, he doesn't deal as much damage, but even still, that's crazy overpowered. So yeah, and at the moment we've got 2 skins for Anakin. They released a whole heap of Stormtrooper ones as well. If you want to have a look at the full patch notes for Star Wars Battlefront 2, it'll all be in the description underneath. And so they added a heap of clone skins and everything like that. We'll go through a couple of them because the update was pretty huge. It did add a lot of stuff, but just first, so the Passionate Strike unleashes a heavy strike, breaking his opponent's guard and dealing high damage. That breaks through anyone's defense and deals monstrous damage to them, like quarter to half health at least. And then we got the Pull Dominance, so he pulls his enemies in front of him to a center point, leaving them open for attacks, which is really, really OP, I'm guessing, like in the last phase of Galactic Assault, like Camino and stuff, because you can pull the enemy heroes in and then your team can just fire on them, which is pretty OP. So we've got the Heroic Might, so Anakin's more resistance to attacks while holding the ability. When released, he pushes enemies away from him, the range and strength of his attack being multiplied by the damage he would typically be susceptible to. So that one is he's 90% immune to damage. He still takes 10, but if anyone is even remotely in the vicinity of him and he's taking a lot of damage, they're screwed. They're going to get one-tapped easily. And then the last one is Retribution. He's also the only character that has 4 abilities. Out of everyone else, he's the only one that has 4. So the last one is Retribution, which is the Y. Anakin's powers intensify whenever he and any nearby allies are attacked, building towards ultimate punishment of a swift and escapable grip, seizing all enemies around him. So basically, whenever he gets attacked or nearby allies are attacked or he deals damage and stuff, the Retribution bar slowly builds, as you saw in the bottom corner where all the abilities were. It slowly built up until it was done, and then it starts ticking over, and then the higher you get that, the more and bigger the areas, and everyone gets kind of force frozen, force choked, and then they just deal constant damage, which is really, really good. And so the appearance we've got him for is his classic Jedi Knight attire, and then we've also got the Jedi robe. So basically he's just got a robe on, same as what Obi-Wan's got. He's got a couple of modes. So we got the fun. This is where the fun begins. As we all know, that's from episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
This is where the fun begins.
And then we got the Diplomatic Solution one. I can't remember where that is from, but I will find it.
You call this a diplomatic solution?
No, I call it aggressive negotiations.
Obi-Wan's gonna kill him. That is from Attack of the Clones, I believe, when he drops his lightsaber. Or when his lightsaber is crushed at the end. One of them.
Not again. Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
And then this one. And a Wise Jedi. So he's got a couple different victory poses. That one's pretty badass, and that's just a basic one, so I don't know why you'd want a lot of the other ones. So that's from Attack of the Clones and him taking down Dooku, well, trying to, failing. Yeah, so he's got some cool ones. That's his classic block stance. Oh yeah, we might as well go through the cards, because I haven't had a proper look through these yet. So Tenacious Anakin has increased maximum health, yep, which makes him a tank character, same as Chewie, Vader, I think Bosk has that one as well, not certain. And then deals more damage with his lightsaber attacks, which is crazy OP, getting that to purple, and he already hits ridiculously hard as it is. Then Passionate Strike deals even more damage than it does. The blast radius of heroic might is larger. That is insane, because the radius of that, the larger it is, the more enemies it's going to hit, the more enemies it has a chance of destroying. So yeah, and then the reprisal, which is the same as all the other ones, so you can regain a bit of health. And then the fierce fighter, cooldown time, passionate strike is reduced, which pull dominance has a greater range. Yeah, that's not too bad. Still wouldn't be the one that I would use though. And the raw strength, heroic might deals more base damage, and all of them. Pull dominance deals 50 more damage if a minimum number of targets are affected. Wow, so purple only has to do 2, so yeah, and then they deal even more damage. So the ones I would probably have on would be reprisal, the raw strength, and control the force, because that increases the radius, deals more damage, and then he can regain his own health, which is crazy good. And then the other main thing that they added in this was all the different appearances for clone troopers, and they gave everyone those for free. So if you love the looks of clone troopers, I would 100% suggest this. So we have the default appearance for, we'll go through the phase 1, which is used in Clone Wars. Oh, not Clone Wars, in Attack of the Clones, I mean. So we've got the 212th Attack Battalion, and the 327th Star Corps, the 41st Elite Corps. I like that one a lot, I must say. 41st Ranger Platoon, that one is wicked. That's just wicked. It's pure stealth, looks amazing. But as all, I think it was a fan favorite was the 501st. Of course, that was from Clone Wars, and they served under Anakin Skywalker. And basically, just wherever they went, they won a lot of the time. And then there's the 91st Recon, and then the Coruscant Guard. So this was all the Phase 1 clone armor, which is the distinctive, like, down helmet and everything like that. It looks very, very different from Phase 2 and then eventually Stormtroopers. So, and then Phase 2, these look a lot more like Stormtrooper armor, but of course still slightly different. So we got the 181st Division armor. Not too bad. These ones were both given free, because you also got a heap of packs, and then you got a heap of armor in that. That pack was done free, and you also got 60k credits as well. I think that was kind of a boost so that everyone can unlock Anakin, unlock Obi-Wan, unlock Dooku, that sort of thing. Because of course, like 4 heroes have been done in the last couple months. 4 heroes been added, which was Grievous, Dooku, Obi-Wan, and Anakin now. So yeah, then we've got the 104th Battalion, the 212th Attack Battalion, the 327th Star Corps. That one's really cool. I like the kind of leggings stuff they have on, which is really sick. The 41st Elite Corps. This one is the 41st Ranger Platoon. I love this one. This is the one that I've got on all my assault classes. It looks amazing. Then we've got the 501st Legion. I am really deciding whether to unlock that or not, but I'm thinking I'm going to save up for a skin of some kind. Then we've got the 91st Recon Corps, and then the Coruscant Guard. So that's all the Phase 1 and Phase 2 armor currently in the game. It all looks amazing. That was all for the assault class. All the other ones have slightly different modifications on it. The only one that's probably really worth mentioning a lot is probably the specialist one, as they just have a small visor across. But that is the normal for the sniper classes, and that's on the basic ability as well. So yeah, that was kind of a quick look at all of the current clones, and definitely having a look at Anakin's ability. I know it is really unfortunate that I couldn't find a game, and I'm hoping they add Anakin's ship as a hero ship, because if they have like Yoda's little ship, I'd say they'd probably put the best pilot in the galaxy ship in there at some point. But hopefully they'll add a bit more to it, as this is all in the Clone Wars update, and it's been pretty good. So if you have Star Wars, it should be on the main menu for the release notes and everything, but I will pop them in the description as well if anyone wants to check those out. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Exclusive Fall out.